Hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to talk about how did I get a hernia when I was 13 years old. This was in 2003. 13 years old. I had a little bench press set up, right? I didn't really have a real bench. I had a coffee table, a brown coffee table that my mother had downstairs in the basement. And so I used that for a bench, which wasn't safe at all. You know what I mean? I'm 13 years old. You know, I'm not thinking about any injuries. And so I had a 100-pound bar, right? I had the plates. So 100 pounds, including the bar and the plates. And I was doing that 100 times, literally non-stop. I went beast mode. And so I got done doing my 100 reps non-stop, right? And so went in there, went upstairs, because I was downstairs, went upstairs, got me a shower. I started feeling a little bit down in my groin area. Started feeling weird, you know what I mean? Felt like I got kicked down there in my groin area. As I'm taking a shower, I'm like, okay, cool. And so I ended up getting out, right? Seemed like it started getting a little worse. And I'm like, man, this is not feeling good. So I started feeling it in my stomach, right? I'm still in the bathroom. I start feeling it in my stomach. And if you ever had a hernia before, it makes you feel like you need to go use the bathroom, number 2. So I ended up doing that. I'm fast forward that. I'm not going to talk about that. But anyway, I did what I did in the bathroom. My bedroom at the time was upstairs. We had an upstairs, like a 3rd floor upstairs, right? Because you got the basement, the main ground, and then upstairs. And so I went upstairs in my bedroom, and then I'm like, man, this is getting worse. You know, I'm thinking like when I use the bathroom, it should feel better. It ended up getting worse. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So it got to the point to where I start crying, right? Now, in my household, when I was growing up, my mom didn't believe in Tylenol, alcohol, right? Peroxide, not even things to wrap Band-Aids. You know what I mean? And so it's crazy. So, you know, she was like, well, Tremaine, just go to bed. You know, just go to bed. And it was kind of embarrassing to tell my mom in my groin area it was pain. It's kind of embarrassing, but I had to tell her because it was bad. She's like, just go to bed. You'll feel better. So I went back upstairs in my bedroom, twisting and turning. It took me a hard time to go to bed. Pretty much was a strong guy, if I noticed and look back, you know. So anyway, twisting and turning, I finally rocked myself to sleep like a little baby. You know, I'm rocking myself to sleep like this. This 13 years old. And then I think I slept for like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And got back up. I'm crying. I'm like, no. I'm crying, right? Man, this is sick. So I'm crying and went down there and told my mom, right? She's like, what is going on with you? You know, she's old school. So what ain't nothing wrong with you? What are you crying for? You know, I'm like, it's really hurting down there. So she ended up calling my sister, which is my older sister, called my sister. My sister went and took me to the ER, right? And they got me there. And you know how long it takes to get to the ER. But I'm sitting there in pain, doing this, rocking back and forth in the ER. Because I'm in pain, you know what I mean? And so I finally get back there in the hospital. You know, they did your little thing, temperature, whatever they do. You know, all that stuff they do. And I got back there and they had me urine in the cup. Then they ended up telling me that I had a hernia. They told me I'm gonna need surgery. I'm like, dang. So, yeah, that was deep. I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was deep. So, I always had a strong mindset. You know what I mean? When it comes to accomplishing things, even as a kid, whatever I wanted, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it. I was just that, you know, dedicated. You know what I mean? And so I was just telling my client, I'm like, sometimes you got to go back in your childhood and remember the things that you accomplished and overcame because of your mindset and how strong you was. All of us, you know, we was pretty much a good, strong mindset kids growing up in the neighborhood. If people can relate, whoever can relate to that, comment below. But yeah, I mean, we all had, you know what I mean, kids, and we always been a kid. Sorry, we always been a kid or whatever. And so we had a strong mindset. See, we didn't have, you know, cell phones, like cell phones they have now back then when we was growing up. You know what I mean? We had to communicate. We had to ride a bike or walk or pay for a payphone, 75 cents, 25 cents, depends on if it's long distance or local. And so, you know, we had to communicate like that, or even the house phone at the house. You know what I mean? Some of our parents were strict with that. So with mine, she was strict. I couldn't really be on the phone like that. You know what I mean? So if I wanted to be on the phone, I would just go over there and get on my bike, hop on my bike, and go see my friends. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I kind of came growing up in a little strict house. But I can talk about that another day. But I just want to share how I ended up getting a hernia when I was 13 years old. Comment below, share, like. I appreciate it. And I'm out.